are going to see the fifth video in the chapter Lines and Angles. We are going to learn exercise 6.2 problems. Before going into the problems, let's recapitulate what we have learned in the previous video. When two lines are parallel and intersected by a transversal, then the corresponding angles are equal, the alternate angles are equal, and the co-interior angles are supplementary. So let's move on to the exercise 6.2 found in our NCERT reader in page number 103 and 104. Okay, students, shall we start solving exercise 6.2? Question number 1. In figure, find the value of x and y and then show that AB is parallel to CD. So let's understand the figure. So we have AB one line and CD the other line, and they have not given AB is parallel to CD, but they are asking us to prove that AB is parallel to CD. But they have given also we have to find the value of x and find the value of y. How are we going to do? See, though we have just now learnt corresponding angles, co-interior angles and alternate angles, the previous concept of vertically opposite angle and linear pair will also come for help while solving these problems. So looking at this x, so x and given is 50 degree. So x and 50 degree, what can you say about these two angles? Yes, they are linear pair. So we will start the problem. X plus 50 degree is equal to 180 degree because it is linear pair. Therefore, x is equal to 180 degree minus 50 degree. Therefore, x is equal to 130 degree. So, we have got the value of x now. Now, we've got this answer. Now, looking at this y, what is y and 130 degree? Yes, they are vertically opposite angles. So, directly you can write y is equal to 130 degree because it is vertically opposite angle. So, thus we have found the value of x and y. Now, we have to prove that or show that AB is parallel to CD. How are you going to show it is parallel? These two lines are parallel. We have already learnt in the previous video as the converse of the theorem. That is, three types of converse we have learnt. What are the three? If corresponding angles are equal, then the two lines are parallel. Or alternate angles are equal, then the two lines are parallel. Or co-interior angle is supplementary, then the two lines are parallel. So, any one of the three options, if we get it correct, we can easily prove that these two lines are parallel. Now, we know x value. What is x value? X value is 130 degree. What is y value? Y value is also 130 degree. So, x and y are equal. Now, what are these two angles are actually? So, if you can find out, see, now see in this figure, I am drawing. So, what is this? It is the Z alphabet and these two angles are lying in between the Z alphabet. So, these two angles are what angles actually? They are alternate angles. So, actually alternate angles are equal. So, since alternate angles are equal, x is equal to y, they are the alternate. Since alternate angles are equal, this implies these two lines AB and CD are parallel. So, we have also found the value of x and y, and we have proved that AB is parallel to CD. Okay, now we will move to the second question. In figure, if AB is parallel to CD and CD is parallel to EF, Also there is another clue, y is to z is equal to 3 is to 7. Find x. So now we will observe the figure. So there are 3 parallel lines, AB parallel to CD and CD parallel to EF. By the property we also know that AB is parallel to EF. So all 3 lines are parallel to each other. What is the other clue given? Y is to z is equal to 3 is to 7. So there is a ratio clue given. So y, z are in the ratio 3 is to 7. So whenever there is a ratio problem, we all know, let us always assume that the missing variable is x we will write, but already in this figure there is an x. So just always we use a variable to denote an unknown value. So we can always use another unknown value since already x, y, z are used. So here I am going to use let the missing number. So we will call this as a. Some variable we can choose. We need not use x, y, z. Other than that, you can use any other alphabet. So I am using the alphabet a here. So what can I say about angle y? Angle y is actually according to the ratio 3. So it is 3a. And what is z? Z is equal to 7a. So I can also write it here. So this is equal to 3a and z is equal to 7a. So 3 parallel lines, a transversal is there. So surely we are going to use, and they are also parallel. So corresponding angles are equal, co-interior angles are supplementary, alternate angles are equal. So out of these 3 properties, somehow we are going to use one of these properties and we are going to find the value of x here. So x, to begin with x and y. X and y are what angles if you see? Yes, you can easily find out they are what angles? They are co-interior angles, x and y. It is on the C. In fact, it is the mirror image of C. It is in between the alphabet C. These 2 angles, co-interior angles are supplementary. So x plus y is equal to 180 degree. But if I substitute instead of y 3a, x plus 3a is equal to 180 degree, how am I going to proceed means, because the clue is for y and z, I have a clue. The ratio is only for y and z, it is not with x. So immediately using this concept, I cannot first actually find the value of x. So with y and z, have I got any connection? I have to first check, then we will do it. Okay, so the CD and EF are also 2 parallel lines. So we will check whether y and z are corresponding angles or co-interior or alternate. Now looking at z angle, if I have this as my reference angle, for this z, what is the corresponding angle? Here, this is the corresponding angle. So y is not the corresponding angle of z. For z, what is the co-interior angle? So it should be in between C. So this is the co-interior angle. So surely y again is not the co-interior angle of z. Then it should be then alternate angles. Let's check it out. So what is the alternate angle of z? So z, alternate angle, it lies between the alphabet z. So this angle should be the alternate angle of z. But again y is not this angle. So out of all the 3 properties, nothing is being satisfied. So you might wonder, how am I going to solve this problem? So for this only, we always, it's not that we cannot solve it, we are just lacking one more angle. So let me call this angle, label this angle as another angle, which I'll just label it as angle 1. So I am introducing a new angle, unknown angle only, and I am labeling instead of using another variable. Already x, y, z, a is there. So I just an unknown angle, I will introduce this as angle 1. Now what can I say about angle 1 and y? Yes, 1 and angle y are actually what angles? Vertically opposite angles. So this is where we are going to start solving this problem. So after introducing, angle 1 is equal to y because they are vertically opposite angle. And what can I say about angle 1? Angle 1 is equal to 3a because y is 3a. Okay, so this we have got it. Now Again, angle 1 and angle Z. What can I say about angle 1 and Z? Yes, they are co-interior angle. They are in between the alphabet C. So, 1 and Z. So, angle 1 plus Z is equal to supplementary 180 degree because they are co-interior angle. Now, just now angle 1 is 3A, angle Z is 7A, it is equal to 180 degree. So, 10A is equal to 180 degree, A is equal to 180 divided by 10, A is equal to 18 degree. So, we have got what value? A is the missing number for the ratio. So, we have got the value of A. So, then using 3A, so Y value we can get, Y is equal to 3 into 18. So, 3 into 18 is equal to 54 degree, and Z also, though they are not asking the value of Y and Z, they are only asking us the value of X. It is okay if we just solve this because it is very simple. 7 into 18 degree, 7 into 18 is equal to 126 degree. Now, our main target is to find the value of this X. Now I know Y value. What is Y value? 54 degree. This is 54 degree and this is co-interior angle. I can again use this. X plus Y is equal to 180 degree. X is equal to, so X plus Y, just now we have found 54 degree, and this condition is because it is co-interior. 180 degree, X is equal to 180 degree minus 54 degree. So, answer X value is equal to 126 degree. You might find, Miss, we just got Z also 126. Yes, in fact, this is one way to find this X value. There is also another way. Just look at this. Now, I know AB and EF are parallel lines. These two are parallel, and this X and this Z, if you see the big Z, can you see a big Z here? Just for a moment you think that this CD parallel line is not there, invisible. Then there is a big Z, and now what can you say about this missing angle X and missing angle Z? They are actually alternate angles between two parallel lines. So, X and Z are equal angles. That is the reason X is 126 degree and Z is also 126 degree. So, in this problem, it can be done in actually various ways. Generally, when I teach maths, I tell this to my students. A problem can be done in various methods, various routes. So, if you have a place to go from your house, there can be 2-3 ways to reach that place. So, sometimes one route will be the shortest route. Another route might be very long to go, but that route might be a very convenient route. So, whichever is a very comfortable way, you can solve in that way. See, this problem, I introduced angle 1 here. Instead of that, in the beginning itself, you have found that X and Y are alternate angles. So, X and Z are alternate angles. Z is 7A. Directly, you can put X is equal to 7A. So, 7A plus 3A. So, directly also you can find X. So, I have taught this problem in a lengthier manner, but this same problem can be also done in a very short way. So, any problem, how you approach in an analytical way, however you are approaching, when it is correct, you will be getting the correct answer. Okay. Shall we move to question number 3? I think from now onwards, we are going to do really fast, because now I think you have understood the way how you have to go about any problem. Only thing you need to understand the concept. Once you have understood the concept, solving part becomes very, very easy. In figure, if AB is parallel to CD. So, given these two lines are parallel, and EF is perpendicular to CD. Where is EF? EF is here. It is perpendicular. So, perpendicular condition. So, this angle we know it is 90 degree, or as well as this angle is 90 degree. And angle GED is 126 degree. Where is angle GED? GED. So, together this obtuse angle fully is 126 degree. Find AGE. Find AGE. So this angle is unknown. So since nothing is given, we will mark. We can either use alphabets X, Y, Z or small alphabet A, B, C or numbers 1, 2, 3. So whichever is convenient for you, you can use. So let me use X. And then you should also find GEF. Where is GEF? GEF. So this acute angle alone should be found. So this we will call it as Y, and FGE. FGE. So this is also one more angle. So we will call this as Z. So 3 unknown angles you have to find. So again, so 2 parallel lines, the concept of co-interior angles, corresponding angles or alternate angles. So now we will see, I could just look at this Z angle and see, I will again draw this using another color. So can you see, this is the transversal I am trying to use here between the 2 parallel lines. So this X angle and this full angle, they are angles in between the alphabet Z. So they are what angles? Alternate angles. Alternate angles, because these 2 lines are parallel, they are equal. So X is equal to, X is equal to, what is this angle? It is given 126 degree, directly it is given. So X is equal to 126 degree, alternate angles. I am writing the short form AA, which represents alternate angles. So X value we have got. Now Y value, how are we going to find? Now Y value is, what concept is adjacent angle concept. So you could see this is an obtuse angle which is equal to 126 degree. This is 90 degree because it is perpendicular. They are asking you to find Y. So Y plus 90 degree, it is equal to 126 degree. It is adjacent angle. Okay, so here adjacent angle, this is alternate angle. So I am writing adjacent angle. So Y is equal to 126 degree minus 90 degree. So Y is equal to 36 degree. So we have easily got the Y value also. Now Z, how am I going to do Z? Again, you know X value just now you found 126 degree. This X and Z forms a linear pair. So X plus Z is equal to 180 degree. Here it is because of linear pair concept. So X just now 126 plus Z is equal to 180 degree. Z is equal to 180 degree minus 126 degree. Therefore, Z is equal to 54 degree. Thus, we have got the value of X, Y and Z. Let's move on to the 4th question. In figure, if PQ parallel to ST, angle PQR is 110 degree and RST is 130 degree, find angle QRS. So let's see, where is PQ? PQ is this line and ST is this line. It looks not the usual diagram, but if you just extend this, see, I'll just use a pencil and a scale so that this ST, it's a line, usually a line can be extended. So in this way, if I extend, yes, you are getting 2 parallel line and this is the transversal. So this is the angle between the transversal and this is another angle. Okay, so some connections can be there. But what are they asking us to find is, find angle QRS. Where is QRS? QRS, this is the missing angle. So if this is the missing angle, let me mark it as X. How am I going to find when this angle is nowhere related to the 2 parallel lines? So if this is the case, actually it is a very important problem, because here you are going to introduce, there is always a way to do like this. You can always draw another 3rd parallel line. So I am drawing a parallel line to PQST, another parallel line. Maybe I will call this parallel line as AB, is a parallel line which is drawn parallelly to ST and PQ and it passes through the point R. This is very important. So in a problem, we are actually, it is actually not a rider, it is a numerical problem. In a problem itself, we are doing a construction. So construction, what is the construction? Draw. What are we drawing? AB parallel to PQ, and it is automatically AB, then it is parallel to ST also, and very important is what? AB passes through, maybe short form, through R. AB passes through R. Now, because of this line, there is one angle. I will now call this angle as 1 and this angle as 2. Now, from this angle 1, angle 2, x, there are 3 unknown angles. Using these 3 unknown angles, we are going to find x. This is the actual way, this is the way you can find this problem. So, here angle 1, how am I going to do is, I could see a co-interior angle. Yes, how can I find one co-interior angle? Angle 1 plus 110 degree is equal to 180 degree because it is co-interior angle. So, angle 1 is equal to 180 degree minus 110 degree. So, angle 1 is equal to 70 degree. I have found angle 1. Yes, angle 1 is found. So, how can I find angle 2? Angle 2 is again looking at these two are parallel. ST is parallel to AB. So, there is another co-interior angle. So, angle 2 plus 130 degree is equal to 180 degree. Angle 2 is equal to 180 degree minus 130 degree. Angle 2 is equal to 50 degree. So, we have got the value of angle 1, which is not asked, but it is needed. Angle 2 also we have got, but now only we are going to find the value of x. To find value of x, what I know is, it is all 3 together, it lies on a straight line. So, angle 1 plus x plus 2 is equal to 180 degree angles in a straight line. So, angle 1 70 degree plus x plus 50 degree is equal to 180 degree. X is equal to 180 degree, 70 plus 50 is 120 degree. So, x is equal to 60 degree. Thus, we have found the missing, that is actually what is the angle? Angle QRS is equal to 60 degree. Okay. Now, this is not actually the exercise problem, it is an extra problem which is there in our reader. As example 5, it is there in page number 101. But it is so important, it is almost like the previous problem, but it is a very standard problem. So, that is why I wanted to solve this problem also for you. In figure, if PQ is parallel to RS, PQ and RS are parallel, MXQ, angle MXQ is 135 degree and MYR, it is 40 degree. Find XMY. So, this is the missing angle X. So, again, just like the previous problem, this angle is nowhere related to the two parallel lines. If that is the case, again you have to do what? Construct. You must do a construction. So, I am going to draw a line like this. Call this as AB. So, construction, short form I will write everywhere. AB parallel to PQ, AB parallel to RS and AB pass through M. So, this is the main thing. It is parallel to both the lines and AB passes through the M point. So, that angle, it is now this line is doing what to this angle X? It is, yes, intersecting the angle. So, this X is becoming 1 and angle 2. So, now I have to first, my duty is to first find what is the measure of angle 1. How can I find measure of angle 1? Yes, angle 1 and this co-interior angle. Can you see this? Yes, so angle 1 plus 135 degree, it is equal to 180 degree because it is co-interior. So, angle 1 is equal to 180 minus 135 degree. So, angle 1 is equal to 45 degree. Okay. Now, we are going to find what is angle 2. So if we find angle 2, adding angle 1 and angle 2 is going to give you x. So it is actually a very simple problem only. If you've understood the concept, it is going to be very simple. What is angle 2? Yes, looking at angle 2 and 40 degree, basically what is it? Yes, it is alternate angles. So alternate angle means they are equal. So angle 2 is equal to 40 degree because they are alternate angles. Now x is equal to angle 1 plus angle 2. So x is equal to 45 degree plus 40 degree. So x is equal to 85 degree. So answer angle XMY, it is equal to 85 degree. Okay. Now question 5. In figure AB is parallel to CD. So here AB and CD are parallel lines. APQ, so this is point P. So APQ is 50 degree and PRD is 127 degree. Find XY. So it's again going to be a very simple problem looking at x here. So just two variables x and y. Looking at x, so what can you say about x? So this PQ is a transversal, then this is an Z angle. So directly x is equal to 50 degree because they are alternate angles. That's all. You've got the value of x, 50 degree. Now y, to find y, again you have so many ways of doing it. But looking at it, one way is introducing another angle. Here you can angle 1, you can find 127 and angle 1 are actually co-interior angle because PR is another transversal. So you can find co-interior angle, you can find the value of 1, then angles in a straight line. There is one way of doing that. But again, another alternate angle concept itself. First we used PQ as a transversal, we got this Z angle, 50 and X acute Z angles. Now PR as another transversal between two parallel lines, APR. So entire angle and this angle are another alternate angles. So 50 plus y is equal to 127 degree because they are alternate angles. Okay, so y is equal to 127 minus 50 degree. So y is equal to 77 degree. That's all. So simple this problem is. But there are so many ways. As I told you, some children will think this as a triangle. So they might introduce this as angle 1. So find from linear pair, get this angle 1 and then angle some property of the triangle, they will find y. So there are so many ways you can find the value of x and y because x is very simple. Alternate angle you can use. But sometimes if you find it difficult to understand this is another alternate angle, you can also take introducing one more angle and you can also get the value of y. So that's all. X is 50 degree and y is 77 degree. We have come to the last problem of this exercise. It might look a little bigger question because this is the only rider in this exercise and it is also an application. See, if you've seen the entire series of this chapter lines and angles, the first video we've learned that we use lines and angles chapter even in physics using the light diagram, ray diagram. See, this is one such application problem. If I just read it, in figure PQ and RS are two mirrors placed parallel to each other. So PQ and RS are two mirrors, but we are going to draw it as lines, two parallel lines. An incident ray. So this AB is a light ray and in physics we call this light ray when it hits the mirror, it is called as the incident ray. When the incident ray strikes the mirror PQ at B, the reflected ray moves along the path BC and strikes the mirror RS at C and again reflects back to CD. Now prove that these two rays, the light rays AB and CD, are parallel. So though the question is quite big and we are going to not solve, this is a proof, this is a rider. So we are just going to prove AB is equal to CD. So we have to, as you all know, for a rider we have to write what is given, what is to prove and what we have to prove. So what is given, we are not going to write all these stories, what is necessary for a proof. So we know that PQ is parallel to RS. So these two are very important to parallel line condition. Then AB is a incident line. All these things we need not write. Okay, so this BC is actually the transversal between the two parallel lines. So we will write that also. BC is transversal. Okay. Now what are we supposed to prove? We have to prove AB is parallel to CD. So with just these two, how am I going to prove means, as I said, sometimes we need a construction. So in between to prove and proof, I am going to write construction. So in this construction, what I am going to draw is very important to this. What I am going to draw here is, I am going to draw a perpendicular line like this. Perpendicular to PQ, I am drawing a line which I will call, which comes to this end M, BM is perpendicular to PQ, and in physics we call this as the normal. And similarly, we are going to draw another normal perpendicular CN, perpendicular to RS. So we are constructing two normals. As I said, we are not using the word physics terms, so we are just writing BM perpendicular to PQ and CN perpendicular to PQ. RS. CN is perpendicular to RS. Now, there are two perpendicular lines between two parallels. So, automatically it implies what means BM is parallel to CN. So, because two perpendicular normals are drawn, these two perpendicular normals together becomes parallel. This is very important construction. So, once you know BM and CN are parallel, we are going to start the proof. Now, because of this normal, we are going to draw certain angles. And see, we will call this as angle 1, this is angle 2, this is angle 3, and this is angle 4. And again, we are going to start the proof. We are going to start the proof with the physics law only. A line, normal, and this is the reflected ray. So, angle 1 and angle 2 in physics you would have learnt. Angle 1, angle of reflection. Angle 1 is equal to angle 2 and angle 3 is also equal to angle 4. So, this is because they are angle of reflection which are equal. Both we will consider it as equation 1 and they are angles of reflection. This you would have learnt it in your physics. Okay, now what we are going to do? This is the most important thing where you have to be very careful. Now these two I know it is parallel and BC is a transversal. It is a transversal for BM and CN also. So, parallel line and transversal, what can you say about angle 2 and angle 3? If you want, let me give a color here. So, angle 2 and angle 3. What can you say about angle 2 and angle 3? Can you see an Z angle going on here? So, BM is parallel to CN. And what can you say about angle 2 and angle 3? Angle 2 is equal to angle 3 because they are alternate angles. They are alternate angles. Now, you all know that anything, any equals when I am doubling it. So, 2 into angle 2 is equal to 2 into angle 3. What I am doing is just multiplying 2 on both the sides. Now, what is 2 into angle 2 means? Angle 2 plus angle 2 is equal to angle 3 plus angle 3. So, 2 plus 2 is twice angle 2, 3 plus 3 is twice angle 3. So, we have just written it in this way. So, angle 2 is equal to angle 3 is in fact written as 2 angle 2 plus 2, doubling it. So, 3 plus 3. Now, we are going to use this 1. What is this equation 1? Angle 1 is equal to angle 2. So, one of the two I am going to write it as angle 1 plus angle 2. Similarly, I will write angle 3 plus, again instead of angle 3, what I can replace it with? Angle 4. Now, what is actually angle 1 plus angle 2? Together, angle 1 plus angle 2 is angle ABC. So, this is actually angle ABC is equal to what is angle 3 plus 4? Angle BCD. See, we will see that in the diagram. What is ABC? So this, I am going to color this with orange. Now look at this orange angle. This is ABC. Look at this BCD. BCD is what? This BCD. This is BCD. So this is another orange angle. So these two orange angles, both the angles are equal, just how we have proved. But looking at these two orange angles, what can you say about these two orange angles? In respect to these two lines, and this is the transversal, again it is an Z angle. So these two are actually what angles they are? They are alternate angles. When alternate angles are equal, what are the two lines? That is AB and CD are parallel. So this implies AB parallel to CD. That is what we are supposed to prove. So thus proved.